Hi Sagittarius, how you doing? This is your December 11th through December 17th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love coming towards you. In the second spread, we'll check in with those of you who are already married or in a relationship. Then I'll do the love from the past. Spread after that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And then we'll wrap things up with what you're not expecting to happen this week spread. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Sagittarius, and before I begin, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday if you're celebrating this week. And by the way, someone here is on their way to wish you that happy birthday as well. We have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Nine of Cups. Then we have the Tower clarified by the Ace of Wands. Then we have the Emperor. In the potential outcome, we have the Fool with the Eight of Wands and the Sun. And we also have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Scorpio, or pretty much any zodiac sign. I believe you're dealing with the Emperor. The Emperor right there in the middle, right? So it could be an Aries. The Fool, the first card in the potential outcome, could also be an Aries, right? But at the same time, the Emperor is somebody who is large and in charge. The Emperor knows what he or she wants. The Emperor does not take no for an answer. I don't know how that's going to play out with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius, they don't care if somebody doesn't take no for an answer. But either way, the Emperor also often comes through as a future husband or a future spouse, future significant other figure. It could be like a figure of authority to you. It could be a boss from work, right? Or they could be a boss at their workplace. They could be running their own business. Basically, somebody who is very well established. This person is not fooling or playing around. However, they're coming in with that Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You see that page? I think this is a message coming from them, or if you run into this person outside or at some kind of an event, they'll start flirting with you, they'll start talking to you, they'll start cracking jokes, right? And as we all know, funny is money. Alright, so we just got that Page of Wands. However, the very first card that came out is the Ace of Cups. So here comes that Ace. Bam! Right? And it's one of the two aces. It's clarified by the Nine of Cups. From what I see here, moving forward as well in the potential outcome, I think the two of you will connect right away, immediately. This is like instant connection, instant chemistry. I think you're going to appreciate this person's sense of humor. I think you're going to appreciate just how well established they are. This is a very confident person, not cocky, just very confident. And that's why they're going to be very confident about that Ace of Cups showing up right away. The first card that came out, which is all about love, genuine, authentic love. It's clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups could be a wish come true, you know. It is a card of a wish come true. It is a card of a wish granted. At the same time, the Nine of Cups could be that event. If you're meeting this person at some kind of an event, or they're asking you out to take you to an event, that's the card right there. It could be your birthday, you know. Perhaps you've got people coming to your birthday. I don't know, because in some tarot decks in the Nine of Cups, people are sitting around the table enjoying a meal. In some other tarot decks in the Nine of Cups, people are standing around celebrating, right? Then here comes the Tower, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So this is just going to get even more intense in a big major way, right? The Tower could be Scorpio you're dealing with, but I think the Tower is when things go very unexpectedly. Very unexpectedly. And it's clarified by the Ace of Wands, the second ace. And the Ace of Wands could be your ace, it could be their ace, could be your mutual ace. It's a very passionate ace. Alright, so what could happen very unexpectedly could be somehow associated with that Ace of Wands, if you know what I mean. Wink wink. Or it could simply be an unexpected new beginning. Again, it feels like you're just going to take a plunge with this person. With the Fool, the first card in the potential outcome, is taking a plunge, just going for it. It's a card of a new beginning. It's a card of taking a leap of faith. And again, this will feel it will feel like the right thing to do. Because again, instant connection, instant chemistry. It could be love at first sight, and if that's the case, it's mutual. All right, definitely somebody's gonna your life is not gonna be the same. The Tower here is the witness of what I'm saying. Right, this is Exhibit 8. Your life is about to change in a major way. So anyway, in the potential outcome, we do have that Fool taking a leap of faith. right? Going for it. The Eight of Wands is one of the fastest cards in the deck, so I think the two of you will just, this connection will take off like a rocket. For some of you, you could go travel together with this person, right? The Eight of Wands is also a Cupid's arrows card, so the Cupid is definitely participating here. All right, and the last card that came out is the Sun. The Sun could be a Leo you're dealing with, but the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It really is. Whenever the Fool and the Sun cards come out in the same spread, I always point out the similarities between those two cards. In the right upper corner of the Fool card, we have the Sun, right? And then we have the actual Sun card with the Sun in it, and the gesture of the person in the Fool card and the kid riding that horse in the Sun card. To me, this is an identical gesture. To me, it looks the same. Also, to me, this is a gesture of a very happy individual, right? And yeah, it's... Get ready, Sagittarius. Like I said in the beginning, somebody's on their way to wish you a happy birthday. If it's not your birthday this week, somebody's on their way to make your life much, much happier. Alright? Really happy for you, Sagittarius. Congratulations. If you are already married, or if you're in a relationship, Sagittarius, this spread is for you. We have the Five of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups, and Judgment on the bottom of the deck. So you got this Queen of Swords coming back with an apology. I don't know who this is to you, okay? It could be a relative, it could be a friend, somebody you used to work with. But what I can tell you right away, the two of you got into like a major fight at some point in the past, and you two stopped talking. You two went your separate ways, and now they're coming back and apologize. They're going to apologize to you. If it is your birthday, Sagittarius, happy birthday. And perhaps that they're using that as an excuse to reach out to you, wish you a happy birthday, hoping the two of you can reconnect. Again, whatever the nature of this connection is. But this is definitely somebody from your past, definitely somebody you had a fallout with. Because the Queen of Swords is clarifying the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords is a card of an ugly fight, or a card of severing ties. Judgment on the bottom is a card of somebody coming back from the past, and the Page of Cups right next to the deck is an apology. You're the Queen of Wands here. I think we all agree with that. I don't know what you're going to do, if you're going to accept the apology or not. It's going to be up to you. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Sagittarius. This week, keep in mind it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. Also keep in mind we have Mercury in retrograde until the end of December, until the end of the year. This is when more exes than usual tend to resurface. And here's one of them. So we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You know, I did not even have to clarify anything. You are dealing with this King of Pentacles, who is probably an Earth sign towards Virgo Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart, but there is no love here. I don't even know why this came up. You know, there is no pages here. There is no knights, there's no aces, no sixes of cups, no judgment, but perhaps some of them would have showed up if I were to clarify anything, but it doesn't make any sense to do that. You know, there is zero love here. We do have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Both are conflict cards, both are drama cards. The Five of Swords, as a matter of fact, it's never pretty with that card. This is when people slam the door on the way out, or slam the door into another person's face. Right? So this is definitely a no-go. No-go. Alright? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Sagittarius. This week we have the Hangman, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. We have the World. Then we have the Three of Wands, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're dealing with yourself, Sagittarius. Well, but jokes aside, this is a bit of a complex reading, I gotta be honest with you. But for some of you, you're realizing that you need to move on, right? You're realizing something is no longer good for you, something is no longer working for you, or perhaps you've exhausted everything you could have potentially do at the particular workplace or with a particular project or something like that. Or you're realizing you need to go back to school, or you're not necessarily full-time, but perhaps you need to take a couple of classes. Maybe you need to like get a new certificate for something or something like that. It's like your own realization, and it's time for you to look into the future, move on, start something new, improve your skills, or something along those lines. I think this is your own realization, Sagittarius. Something is either done, exhausted all possibilities. Perhaps the job you currently have, you cannot go any higher in terms of climbing the corporate ladder. Perhaps that's it. You're realizing that's it. At this workplace, you've achieved everything you could achieve, and now it's time for you to move on. Right? That's how it feels. It's definitely like an understanding on your own part that it's time for something new. It's time to move on. Right? So yeah, the Hangman, the first card I came out, is a card of stagnation. For some of you, yeah, it's stagnant. For others of you, the Hangman is a card of realization, because the Hangman could be like a card of an epiphany, a light bulb moment. The Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Hangman, that's what it's all about. That is a card of work, business, and finances. We also have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is a card of a collaboration, which often comes through as a workplace environment or a business place environment. The World in the middle. This is a card of an ending, right? But I always interpret the World as a happy end card. So this is you realizing yourself that, yeah, it's time for it to go, it's time to finish, it's done, and you gotta be looking into the future, right? The Three of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, definitely future, or looking into the future, or planning the future. The Three of Wands is a card of somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision, and there is no turning back, right? Or you are not turning back yourself anymore. The Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Three of Wands is actually one of your major arcana cards, Sagittarius, and at the same time, the Wheel of Fortune is the start of something new, start of some new cycle, and it's going to be good for you because the word fortune is there for a reason. So yeah, Sagittarius, I hope this makes sense. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Sagittarius. We have both the King and the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Page of Cups, clarified by the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, and we have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. So we do have two fire signs, or who appear to be fire signs. Well, you're a fire sign for sure, right? The other person is most likely a fellow fire sign. I don't know who is going to reach out to whom, but one of you will, and it's an apology. It's an apology. It could be another ex that you could be dealing with, right? Like I said, we do have Mercury in retrograde, and a couple of other planets in retrograde. Yep, the Page of Cups is an apology. And they're apologizing for those two cards clarifying the Page of Cups, right? The Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it is a card of a broken heart, and somebody lost sleep over this. So I don't know exactly what happened between the two of you, but those two cards, the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, they are pretty devastating cards. I gotta be honest with you. And I don't know if the apology is going to be accepted. And that's probably why we have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. First of all, the High Priestess could be interpreted as something unexpected. Hence the name of this spread, right? Which you're not expecting to happen. And at the same time, the High Priestess is a card of intuition. So, if you're the one on the receiving end of this apology, then it's going to be up to your intuition whether you want to accept it or not. If you're the one apologizing, then it's, again, your intuition probably telling you that you should apologize for this. And it's going to be, and then you guys can work it out, hopefully. Alright, so yeah, that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. Sagittarius, if this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And happy birthday one more time to you if you're celebrating this week. And other than that, Sagittarius, have an amazing